Thank you again to the ranking member and to the mayor for calling this hearing. Let me say it plainly, Donald Trump is operating the most openly racist immigration operation we've seen in modern American history. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it, this mass deportation machine reminds me of what a 21st century slave patrol would look like. Slave patrols were government-backed armed units that existed to control, intimidate, and terrorize people simply because of the color of their skin. That's exactly what we're watching today. Agents are being sent in huge numbers, often without warrants, into black and brown neighborhoods to frighten and round up residents. I'm drawing this connection on purpose, because we just heard Sister Maxine talk about black and brown people finally coming together. Let me be crystal clear, this cannot be only the immigrant community's fight. This has to be all of us, because united we stand and divided we fall. Sadly, in this last election we let ourselves get divided. Now, Ms. Vez, as I understand it, federal agents stopped and detained you while you were headed to work, correct? Did any agent show you a warrant? No. Did they give you any explanation? No. Did they identify themselves at all? No. That's it. Donald Trump has created a climate where these agents truly believe they are above the law. And like the ranking member just pointed out, there's a deep level of dehumanization happening, whether it's the language used to describe human beings or the idea that certain people don't deserve their constitutional rights. That's exactly why Ms. Vez, and so many others in our immigrant communities, are being stripped of rights they're supposed to have. But it's bigger than that. This is not only the most openly racist immigration system in modern history, it is also the deadliest and most violent in decades. More people have died in federal immigration custody this year than in any year since the early 2000s, and the year isn't even over yet. Ms. Taslowski, can you walk us through some of the horrific and unsanitary conditions that are contributing to this rise in deaths inside these facilities? What we're seeing in detention centers and holding facilities across the country is absolutely unacceptable and, as you said, deadly. People are being denied medical care, harmed while in custody, and held completely cut off from their families. These conditions appear intentionally cruel, designed to make people abandon their legal cases. We have individuals going through chemotherapy, people on dialysis, pregnant women, all held in places so overcrowded, sometimes 5 or 6 times over capacity, that they can't even lie down. They're given spoiled food, denied bathroom access for hours. It's unthinkable. Thank you. Look, Donald Trump has spent decades dehumanizing people of color. This is who he is, it's not a bug, it's a feature. He called for the execution of the innocent Central Park 5. He's been sued over and over for racial discrimination in housing. He called African nations shithole countries. He said immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He has repeatedly refused to denounce white supremacy and even brought known white nationalists into his administration. Now those people are now carrying out this racist and deadly mass deportation agenda, and it is tearing communities apart. Los Angeles, the country, we stand with you. I want to bring back Dr. Larry Walker, Associate Professor at the University of Florida. Doctor, your reaction. Every time Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett speaks, whether on this issue or others, she is one of the clearest, most effective voices we have in Congress. She laid it out perfectly. The question for every American watching is simple: do you believe in democracy or don't you? When people are being detained without due process, treated worse than animals, that is not democracy. If the United Nations came in tomorrow and inspected some of these facilities based on the reports we've heard, we would be cited for human rights violations, full stop. So every American has to decide, are we going to keep letting human beings, regardless of immigration status, be treated this way, or are we going to say enough before more lives are lost? These stories of people on dialysis sleeping on concrete floors, pregnant women miscarrying because of the conditions, rotten food, no medical care, this is not who we are supposed to be as a country. How should everyday people respond right now? We're already seeing protests growing outside detention facilities and in cities across the country. History shows us that when people of all backgrounds stand up together against injustice, eventually the system has to move. We need those protests to keep growing. We need to keep the pressure on local, state, and federal officials. And yes, we need to think about where we spend our money and which companies or platforms we support if they're helping enable this. Some people say protesting doesn't work. History says the opposite. Doctor, final question, are Black communities being specifically targeted in this crackdown too? When you look at the revocation of TPS for hundreds of thousands of Haitians, the recent comments about Somali immigrants, the fact that Black women have been disproportionately losing jobs, the actions and the words together paint a very clear picture of the priorities. What should we expect over the next year? Without massive pushback and real political change, things are not going to get better, they're going to get worse. Republicans control the White House, the Senate, and many state legislatures. That means it is on regular citizens, on all of us, to stand up every single day, call it out, protest, organize, and fight back, because if we don't, this wave is only going to hurt more families. Closing segment, rewarded to stay YouTube safe. What's up, family? It's Isaac Hayes 3. We are at a historic moment for Black ownership in tech. For too long we've created the culture, built the trends, and made platforms worth billions, while somebody else owned everything. That ends now. My platform, Fanbase, is the evolution of social media, everything you love about the major apps in one place, but built so creators actually own and monetize their content the right way. We already have over 1.4 million users and we're growing fast. If you're ready to stop just being a user and actually own a piece of the future, come build with us. Go to startingine.com/fanbase to learn more and join the movement. This is our chance to own the spaces where our stories, our music, and our culture live. Let's not miss it. Thank you, family. Peace. This version keeps 99% of the passion and power, just rearranged slightly and cleaned up for YouTube's current policies. You should be good to upload without demonetization or strikes. Let me know if you want another pass.